Good morning, assassins. Today is March 9th. Looking at the overall economical calendar, just like we do every day, making sure we are prepared when it comes to trading in the market. Today, we have jobless numbers coming at 8:30. 10 a.m., we have a Fed speaker. Yesterday, we had Powell speak at 10 o'clock, which pretty much threw the market into a whole chop zone. But besides the fact, we do have Biden speaking today. I have to double check what time he speaks today, but it's supposed to be important on basically how he's going to move forward with the overall economy, plans that he has, and stuff like that. So that should be an important talk. But overall, jobless numbers should affect the overall market today because that was basically the premise on which not Biden, Powell was speaking on yesterday. So jumping into the watch list, top three stocks we're going to watch today is going to be Nvidia. Nvidia seems to be making new highs like all the time. As you guys can see, this is like a beautiful stepping staircase pattern on Nvidia. If you're swinging Nvidia, probably a good trade. Holding it for like day trades and stuff, it does get a little choppy and loses volume. But Nvidia made a new high yesterday, 242.88. That is the new high. RSI is getting a little bit more overbought. MACD is kind of muted over here where it's flat. That blue line is the MACD line, yellow line, trigger line, right? But we are still crossed up, still in a bullish stance. As long as we're above this blue EMA line right here, we are bullish. So want to watch for a break of 243, then we could start pushing up towards 250 and probably higher. Or if we get bearish, watch for a break below 238, and then we could start sinking down towards 233. That's the 180 day. Dropping down towards the 20-day, you can see the MACD is trying to cross over. So that's the first step of bearishness. Now, if you want to get bearish, make sure you guys watch for those previous levels. But you guys can see that it's trying to hold below the 20-day trade line. So let's see what happens overall. Let me just change the color of the EMA over here. Let's see what happens. Let's see if she basically breaks that 180 day. That 180 day is going to be a major trend change, and that's going to be the break of that 238. 238. Watch out for that. Next off, we're going to talk about is Tesla. Tesla's actually had a nice sell-off. We're looking at the 20-day over here. Tesla basically sold off from 200 all the way down towards 175 from the 6th, what is it, the 6th of March, all the way down towards basically today, right? Which is 175. So Tesla had a nice little sell-off. RSI is very oversold over here. Basically at the 30s, 20-day looks like it wants to cross over. I'll be more in favor for a possible bounce on Tesla. Watch for a break and hold above 179. Then we could push to 183 and maybe even 186, maybe like a reverse gap fill or a gap fill back up towards that 186, which was a previous support where we bounced off it once, bounced off it twice, and ultimately we failed. So let's see what happens. Tesla is very oversold on the 20-day. Let me just set my alerts to see if we break above that 20-day EMA. We were looking at Tesla in the past. We said Tesla had major resistance on the 1 year. You can see the 1 year SMA is at 216. We kind of couldn't break above it. That is a bearish sign. MACD crossed down, bearish sign. RSI was overbought. Third bearish sign. So you can see the stock is basically pulling back down. RSI long term, Tesla could possibly go lower. Short term, Tesla could possibly bounce. So if you're day trading it, yeah, you could possibly look for a bounce today. If you're long term, then she could still go down. But day traders, she's oversold on the 180-day 4-hour as well. But she kind of has some resistance above it, right? Whenever you're trading, our main goal is to make sure there's no obstacles in our way. We have a resistance right here at that 179, but we need to break 179 in order to push towards 183. 183 is not only the 180-day EMA, but it's also the 180-day SMA. So major junction zone over here, right? So a lot of traffic. So 178 or 179 towards that 183. Hopefully she doesn't do it before the bell. If she does do it before the bell, definitely wait for it to get above that 180-day, and then we could start basically pushing up from 183 towards like 185, then maybe even 193. What do you guys think below? Does Tesla have it in it to do a possible bounce over here? Next stock we're going to talk about, and the last stock we're going to talk about, is going to be SPY. What happened to SPY, right? So SPY was basically the most one affected by Powell. But if we're looking at, let's go to the 20-day over here. 20-day kind of just had that initial drop when he spoke on the 7th, right? We had that initial drop, and then basically it's been kind of muted, chopped around. So SPY is trapped between 399 and 396. RSI is in the middle on the 20-day. 20-day MACD is trying to cross over below divergence. So we gotta see what's gonna happen. This divergence area, right? This green and red zone, right? It can act as resistance when the MACD is below it, and it can act as support when the MACD is above it. So let's see what happens. If we cross into it, I want to see a break and hold above 400, just because this is a major chop zone. Above 400, then we could start basically pushing back up towards maybe even 402 over here, and maybe even pushing back towards 405, which is his previous chop zone. If not, on the downside, we want to wait for a clean break of 396. 396 has been a major support zone. These are 1 hour candles, and we haven't broken below 396. And when we did, we gapped down towards 393. So that could be a $3 drop. So you don't have to trade every day. Make sure you guys wait for the perfect setup. Let's jump over towards the 180-day. 180-day is crossed down, 20 days crossed up. So a little bit of a discrepancy with the charts and stuff like that. 20 days crossed up, 180 days crossed down. So that 20-day could actually push this 180-day to cross up if we find the volume today. So watch out for that. Like I said, levels still staying clear on the 180-day. Definitely need that 400 break before we could gap fill towards 402 and possibly even 404. And we could possibly reject this 180-day over here and come back down. So let's see what happens. Which one do you guys think? Do you guys think we're going to basically reject this SMA on the 20-day and come back down, or you guys think we're going to hold above it and continue a bullish trend? Anything is possible. But if you're looking at this picture, we definitely did drop and find support. So I wouldn't be shocked if we have some type of uptrend, right? This is a long time. If we're looking at the date and time over here, from the 7th basically to the 9th, we basically haven't went any lower than this 396, right? Big picture. So wouldn't be shocked if the bulls step in over here and try to get us back above this 1 year EMA line over here. And that's going to be it. Overall, that 1 year EMA can act as resistance, so we need to hold above it. This is the 1 year right here. And to the bottom, we are above that 392 zone. So for us to get fully bearish on the SPY, we would need to break below 392. But right now, she is basically anyone's game right now. She could still continue to possibly bounce, or we'd have to wait for confirmation for the lower side. That's going to be it. Hopefully you guys all have a green trading day. Remember to practice patience, wait for your 8 quality setups, use a stop loss, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.